Don't Come Back. What a superb track from Suchy. Superb and Suchy, kind of hard to say at the same time. But anyway, you're listening to The Word on Ujima, Bristol's #1 urban station. Joining me now, live in the studio, is Suchy. Hi.
Hello, hello.
Thank you so much for coming down today.
No, thank you for having me.
Now, I'm right in saying you are a Bristol girl.
I am a Bristolian.
But you moved to London recently.
Yeah.
And was that specifically to concentrate on your music career?
Yeah, I felt like I needed to be in the rat race.
Right.
You know, because I've been commuting up there for the last 10 years. But the best time is after a gig is to network. And I was always running back to the train or running back to, you know, the megabus. And that's the main time where people socialise that you're able to go, here's my card, would you like to see me perform it here, or, you know.
No, you're absolutely right. That is, when I was DJing, that was all about networking and staying out there at night. And now I'm a mum, it just doesn't happen. Listen, that's fine for me. But for somebody like yourself, you know, so how long have you been a singer?
Oh, so from about the age of 6.
Really?
Yeah.
And now you're only 16, so.
Yeah. 26,
You know, it's quite funny because we've got Jill Sargent in the studio this week, who is one of the mentors and judges on our panel for unsigned artists.
Yes.
And I think, tell me, everybody who's been to the studio today, you've taught.
Yeah.
Haven't you?
Yeah, it seems so.
Yeah, honestly, and you look younger than everybody, so how does that work?
Sweetie. Oh, well, you know, young at heart.
But seriously though, you taught me at the youth centre, at Sefton Park Youth Centre, the basement studio, which is next door to where we are now. We are literally sat in the basement studio as we speak. Ronnie Size, Honor Lee, Rummage from Rustic Records, who's sat here now.
Me too.
No,
Beans, yeah.
Who else?
MC Rex, who's going to be out on Rummage's label.
Right, okay, it just goes on and on.
Obviously,
And and also Just Michael, who's been on the show, El Chung, aka Harvey Jones, and now Suchy, I believe.
Fantastic new artists coming out.
There are.
It's a privilege, really, isn't it? It's a privilege to work with people who are kind of cutting edge and starting out on their own journey, you know.
It is, you're absolutely right, and it's so nice if we can help in any little way, you know, then that's fantastic. You know, I found it quite hard to deal with the music business when you've got to a certain point of success. You know, I found it was a rat race.
Yeah.
When you mentioned that, how have you found it living in London? Is it what you expected and what you wanted it to be?
It's a completely different vibe. Different cities and different vibes. And you've got to believe in what you do. And as I was saying again on another show, you have to maintain being humble, because there's another person ready to take that spot. And you've always got to remember that, so you've got to maintain the hunger, but still be very humble to everybody.
Yeah.
Because if you start being arrogant and narrow-minded, you're going to get dropped. It's not going to happen because you're hard to work with. And nobody wants a session where they've got a singer who's, I'm dreading that, you know? So it's very
I do, and I've seen it time and time again with people who get that element of success and it just goes straight to the head, and they think that they know everything, you know, no matter how young they are, you know, and they think that they can tell you what to do and what you're doing wrong with your life, and it's really kind of nice to hear somebody say that about, you know, maintaining, being humble. So what kind of work have you been doing in London?
A bit of everything.
I mean, it's music based.
Yeah.
Right, okay, so can you actually get to pay the bills?
Yeah, I've got a side job as well. You know, it's just basically I opened Charlotte Records to basically represent myself, and I've got a little pub job on the side that kind of every, you know, bit of pennies I get goes straight back into promoting, to paying for studio sessions, for doing this, and you've got to realise your product and you've got to put money back into it. Sure. Otherwise it's not going to happen, you know. We all want to be mainstream, make it on the big, you know, big labels that can have this budget, but until that you have to. I busk. Busking's one of my main things that I do. And it's just great to be able to sing out, and cliche as it sounds, take it to the streets and get people's response when you do a new song and you play out and someone stops and takes a moment to listen. That's my biggest payment, you know, that people enjoy what I do. So
what do you enjoy the most? Do you enjoy singing live or being in the studio?
Singing live.
Yeah, is it that buzz, the adrenaline buzz?
Of course, in London now you can get PRS royalties for busking.
No.
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah, I didn't know that, Suchy.
Can you really?
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
So how does that work if busking's illegal?
Well, I don't know how they got around it, but you can in London. If you check out the PRS website about that, it's really interesting.
There you go. That is very interesting. Maybe they've, I decriminalise busking
It's
or
on,
something like that.
on one side of Westminster you're allowed to, on the other side you're not, because it's seen as being a pest. But
Oh.
the thing is, I know, but there was
There's a divide.
Yeah.
yeah, completely.
Okay.
And there was a busker that had all his equipment taken off him. And if you, I was talking to another busker once when I got stopped, and you will always go, I like what you're doing, but, and then you know that's, you know, and I've been basically, I was at Leicester Square, and this guy came up to me, and I thought he wanted to jump on the mic, and I was a bit open to it. I was like, hi, and he was all dressed up as a kind of like the streetwear, as you say, and then he got his badge out and said, I'm Westminster Council, I'm here to shut you down. And then all the camera crews in my face, so I know my rights if they're not allowed to use my face and, you know, those images. So I just said, I'll respond, but I'm not having that. And then he was like, oh, this is a feisty one, this is what they're like. And I said, no, it's not all like. You just, the way you've come along, and I'm happy to stop, because it's classed as noise over 9 o'clock in certain areas.
Right, yeah, yeah.
So, but you've got different styles. Like in the day, it's very different. In the night, it's very different, because a lot of people are drunk and they don't know spatial awareness. But they're usually ones that come up to you and take all their pennies out and all the notes fly out. So you've got to just be very kind of aware of spatial, you know, your spatial awareness. So.
Sure, okay. So that track, Don't Come Back,
Yes.
how can people get it if they want to listen to it again?
It's on iTunes.
Yeah.
So you can search Suchy, S-U-C-H-Y. It's also on YouTube under Suchy, S-U-C-H-Y, Don't Come Back.
Okay,
And
well,
Spotify.
yeah, make sure we get some links on our Facebook page so that our listeners can have a look. We'll also make sure we upload the video as
Thank
well.
you so much.
That'd be
Thank
so
you.
cool. Just stay in touch.
I will
That's
do.
all I
Thank
say
you for
to
having me.
all the artists that come on. Just stay in touch. Let us know what you're doing. Send us your music. As long as there's no swearing in it and it's of a decent standard, we'll play it. So good luck, Suchy.
No, thank you so
so
much
much
for
for coming on.
No,
thank you.
you.
Awesome. What a lovely lady. Jill, she's cool, isn't she?
Oh, yeah,
Yeah, I
absolutely.
actually
Yeah,
really
yeah.
love that track as well. It's very different to everything else we've been hearing today.
Yeah.
You know, it's been hip hop, right the way through
Yeah,
until Suchy's track. And I wasn't quite sure if I was going to handle it, but actually it was awesome. Really good.
Oh, thank you so
No,
much.
it's really good. You're gonna do well. Good luck with all the session singing as well. Okay, so Jill, I'm just wondering if you could give us some digits there, if anyone wants to text in.
So if you want to text in, it's 079602 40198. Or Facebook, The Word on Ujima, 98 FM with Miranda, or Twitter at The Word on Ujima.
Awesome. We're just going to take a little break and we'll come back with some Busta Rhymes.
Do you remember when we used to play
I'm suddenly having a hot